What's up, Com275? My name is Jean-Luc Charles, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about the three things that I learned in this course that were most impactful, which were self-identity, implicit bias, and white privilege. The first thing that I learned in this class was self-identity. Self-identity is when one person learns about the personal qualities and potential that they have in themselves. This is very helpful because it allows them to see the pros and cons that they might have and that they might want to change. It is very important because it's how they communicate to the outside world and society of the things that they consider to think about themselves and how they feel about themselves. Also, it's how you group yourselves into certain categories of people with like athletic groups or hobby groups that you're a part of that you claim to be part of your self-identity. So it's basically how you view yourself outside of the world. The second thing that I learned in this course was implicit bias. And implicit bias is when people have an unconscious attitude and place certain stereotypes against certain groups of people. This is commonly done against Black people in the media. They're always placing us under the category of thug or criminal, which gives an implicit bias towards white people to, whenever they see us, to have a negative reaction and sometimes get scared. It's like when you're walking down the side of a street and a white person is walking by you or crossing the street in front of you, and they might see you crossing or walking by them, and they might clutch their purse or fold their pockets in or hide whatever they have in their hands because of the thought that the media has placed against us. That is somewhat of implicit bias. The third and final thing that I learned in this class was white privilege. And white privilege is when there is an unconscious upper hand to white people in today's society. This, for instance, can happen with the job interview. If there are two candidates, a white person and a Black person, and they're only done by names, the white person having a white person's name and a Black person having a Black name, they will usually automatically associate certain white traits and stereotypes with that white person and ultimately giving them the job. White people usually, or back in the day, were always thought to have better education, speak well, know a lot more than the Black person would, which in essence would give them the upper hand in getting the job because the Black person would already have those certain traits stacked up against them. This is why a lot of Black people say we have a lot of strikes against us already coming into this world. And then they stack on depending on your gender and everything else. So yeah, that's basically white privilege. Overall, those were the three most impactful things that I had learned from this course. There were a lot of other things we had learned in the course that I thought were pretty interesting, but those were the three things that I had really taken to heed from this course.